Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Dental Trade Alliance podcast. My name is Kevin Henry. I'm honored to be not only the host of this podcast, but also the editor-in-chief for drbicuspid.com. I'm excited today because we're going to talk about the Dental Trade Alliance Foundation and all the good things that are happening with the DTA Foundation, not only what has happened, but what is to come as well. And with that, I'm honored to be joined by two amazing ladies who are overseeing those efforts, and that is Liz Meyers with Darby Dental. Hi, Liz. How are you?
Hi, how are you? It's nice to be here.
Glad to have you. And Sarah Miller with the Dental Trade Alliance. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing great. I really appreciate you both joining me. I'm excited to talk about this. But before we do, Liz, would you just give us a little bio about you, just so our audience know a little bit more about you?
Sure. I've been with Darby Dental Supply just about 30 years now. I run their procurement department, and I also head up Darby Gives Back, which is the philanthropic arm of the company. So, the Dental Trade Alliance Foundation is a cause that's near and dear to all our hearts in the industry, and I am currently the board chair.
Well, thank you for all you're doing with that. And Sarah, I'd love for our audience to know just a little bit about you before we dive in.
Yeah, so I'm the executive director of the DTA Foundation. And fun fact, my background's not actually in dental or oral health care, but like a lot of us, once we get here in the industry, it's kind of hard to leave. There's just so much need in oral health care and trying to get people access to it. And so we're a small shop, so anything you can think of when it comes to working for or in a foundation, I probably do with the help of people like Liz, my board chair, my board members, and all my fantastic volunteers.
Well, Sarah, we're glad you found your way into dentistry, and we're also glad that you help lead these efforts because, as you said, there's so much need out there. And I'm going to start with that, if that's okay, Sarah. Would you just tell me from your perspective the value of the Dental Trade Alliance Foundation and some of the things that you are really proud that have been accomplished through DTA Foundation?
Yeah, I like to think of the DTA Foundation as sort of a connecting piece because we are part of the Dental Trade Alliance and a part of the members and their efforts in this area. And so we have this really great relationship and partnerships on the industry and the trade side, but we also work with all these different nonprofits and professionals who are working every day to get better access, to think of new and innovative ways of serving the people who need it most. And so I think in the simplest of terms, I like to think of the foundation as a connecting piece to try and connect people together around oral health care access. And one of our we do dental student scholarships. We just recently started our dental hygiene scholarship. And we do serve the professionals in that way. However, probably our greatest impact is with the grants. And we've been doing that for over 20 years now. And what kind of makes us unique is we provide seed funding. And so a lot of times, someone might have a great thought or concept, and they're not going to really be as eligible or competitive for that larger funds or any funds at all because they don't have proof of concept yet or the data to kind of showcase that the idea works. And we kind of step in and we say, hey, we think this is a great idea. We'd love for you to get it to a place where it can, have legs and get that funding and really get the start it deserves. And so I'm really proud of the efforts we've been doing in our grants. And in particular, more recently, we've been looking at how we can more intentionally serve the communities where the needle has not moved very much at all. And so we established our Disabled Community Access Fund. And we have been the past year and this year able to actually provide grants from this, trying to get better quality care and access for those in the disabled community. And then this year we'll be launching and trying a small advocacy campaign and seeing where we can do to support veterans, because veteran care is still another area where we're hoping to do our part to move the needle. And National Brush Day, I'm very proud of that. because it's cute, and we've reached a potential 400 million last year, and this year is really exciting. And again, I mean, I'm proud of it more than because it's cute, but it is really cute. So,
Well, and again, you're touching various segments of our society, which I think is important, and all those have need. And Liz, you mentioned a few minutes ago that not only do you work with the DTA Foundation, but also the philanthropic arm of Darby Dental as well. What projects, in your position with DTA, what projects really have jumped out to you about the impact that has been made through DTA Foundation?
They're all so amazing, and looking at grant proposals and watching the videos of some of the submissions, the passion that these people have for what they're trying to do is amazing. I think some of the ones that have had the most impact on me are the grants and the pilot programs that are working with the disabled communities, with autistic children. Most people don't realize what it takes to provide care for some of those populations, the special training and going out of your way to make certain patients feel more comfortable. Just the fact that people are out there doing this and sharing their knowledge of how to do it with others, to me, is a huge impact. And I also think that with all the information available now, that oral care directly affects overall healthcare, some of the things like National Brush Day and some of the other programs that we're doing can help move the needle for underserved populations, as well as people who have dental insurance who don't use it. Not just have a healthier mouth, but by having a healthier mouth, have an overall health that's greatly improved.
Well, Liz, I'm going to stick with you if that's okay, because you're also in the industry as well as part of DTA. And I'm curious, why is it important for our dental industry members to get behind DTA Foundation and other philanthropic efforts that are out there?
It's our industry. It's our foundation. Everything that we're doing is directly affecting and hopefully having a positive impact on the industry, which from a business perspective brings more business, more sales, more success to the companies. And it helps with awareness, getting companies' names out there. It helps with, bringing your employees in as part of it to boost morale and increase education and awareness there as well. It's something where we can all do our part within the industry to make it a little better.
And Sarah, I know that there are always activities at the Dental Trade Alliance annual meeting to support the foundation and to really be able to give back there. Can you kind of give us a little sneak peek of what we might be seeing in November of ways that people who will be at the DTA meeting can make an impact?
Yeah, I think one thing that jumps to mind is right now we're in the midst of our auction item collecting. And so that's a really kind of easy, low barrier way of getting, your logo, your name out in front of attendees while also supporting a great cause. And we hope it's competitive. I think people have fun bidding on all the items. We're also having a little after parties. So our dinner, the closing dinner and the after party this year is sponsored by Darby Dental. So thank you, Darby. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with that after party. The DTA team does such a phenomenal job year over year with putting that annual meeting together, and I'm very grateful the foundation is part of those efforts. And we were thinking about what brings, value to the members. And a big part of that is networking, connecting with colleagues. And so I'm excited because bowling and the after party, there'll be way more things than bowling. It'll give everyone a chance to talk a little bit more, have some of those final conversations before everyone goes back, and also have fun. I am terrible at bowling, but I will be bowling. And so, to enter or to be a part of that, I think it's a $100 donation in order to register. And so I hope people register and watch me need to use the
Is that a guard?
Yes.
I'm on your team. I'm telling you, because I'm going to need those as well. So that's no problem at all there. No, the Dental Trade Alliance meeting, there's always opportunities, I know, to give back to the Dental Trade Alliance Foundation. But I also know during the DTA meeting that there will be an update, and there will be things that
Yes.
you all will share with the membership about what the DTA Foundation not only has done, but what is hoping to do in 2025 and beyond. And I'm just wondering, is there any little sneak peeks? I know you mentioned the grants and some other things, but are there any sneak peeks that maybe our podcast audience could get about some plans that you all have for what's to come for the DTA Foundation? And I'll let either one of you answer.
We will have our top dental student scholarship recipient there in person this year. And I'm very excited for people to have a chance to talk to her and hear about just the amazing things. She's yet another dental student that also started her own nonprofit. So I'm at least excited about that. So I hope people want to hang out and speak more with her.
We'll also be releasing the 2025 Pets and Dental Calendar. So that's very exciting.
There you go.
So near and dear to my heart, as well as to Sarah's. And the proceeds from that all go to the Disabled Community Access Fund.
That is fantastic. And
it's Napa.
Well, yeah. I mean, hello? Right. I mean, cats and wine and all these good things coming together. And bowling, of course. You know, it's fantastic. No, it's really cool. So, Sarah, I'm just wondering, could you give people an email address or a website, somewhere that they can learn more about DTA Foundation and maybe hopefully get involved with it as well?
Yeah, so always feel free to email me directly at sarahmiller@dentaltradealliance.org, and that's Sarah with an H, Miller like the beer, at dentaltradealliance.org. And then check out our website. We just launched a new website, www.dtafoundation.org. It has a searchable grants database, a map of all of our scholarship recipients, including who their named scholarships, so the donors who supported that student's journey. And then we have a lot of our awareness campaigns, including National Brush Day, which is coming up, and some resources and pre-built materials for companies, clinicians, and everyone to get involved this year.
Well, Liz, Sarah, I've enjoyed the conversation today. I'm looking forward to not only the DTA meeting in Napa, but also the good things that are going to come from that. They're going to impact people all around the world. So thank you both for everything that you all do for the DTA Foundation.
Thank you for having us, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Always great to talk to you.
Absolutely. Great to talk to you both. And I can't wait to see you in person in Napa. And hopefully I'll see all of you. Absolutely. And hopefully I'll see all of you in Napa as well. We thank you for listening to this episode of the Dental Trade Alliance podcast. We want to make sure that you know all the good things that are happening behind the scenes with the dental industry and the Dental Trade Alliance. And of course, you can go to dentaltradealliance.org to learn more. Until next time, it's Kevin Henry, host of the Dental Trade Alliance podcast, signing off and wishing you nothing but success ahead.